This is a short video to help you when you are leasing a car. So this tool is very simple. I've created myself. It's just Excel with formulas. Will be linked below for you to download. So this tool will not show you if you're getting a good deal or not. It will show you if you are getting a promised deal by the dealer. When you lease a car, you just ask a dealer the following information and these 7 fields. One of them is a MSRP, that's also known as a sticker price. I personally have a rule that I would like to pay 85% of stated MSRP, then I'm getting a great deal. But your rule might be different, or if the car is hot car, or then you might pay more. But let's say it's 85% and you call the dealer and they say, yeah, we have that $35,000 car you want, and we will sell it to you for $29,750. Even though you're leasing the car, you're effectively buying a car and using it only for a portion of its life and then returning it back, right? So once you know MSRP, then you know your sales price, the negotiated one. I suggest you negotiate all of the prices over the phone, get it in writing versus going to the dealer, because they have their psychological exhaustion tools, or they will keep you there for hours and let you hold the key or whatnot, so you can just sign and on the dotted line and not get a better deal that you would have otherwise. Next, you need to find out what the tax rate is in your jurisdiction. Let's say it's 9.5%. And this is an important question. So that's the residual value. It's an option to buy the car at the end of the lease. And you want this value to be as high as possible. So let's say they say, yeah, at the end of the lease, you can purchase this car for $20,000. So effectively, you're paying $15,000, right? And it's about 43%. Of the depreciation of the car. You want this number to be as high as possible. So let's say if you can buy your car at the end of the lease for $25,000, then you're only paying off a third of the car. But let's say we agreed on $20,000. So you do not want this number to go below 50 at any time. So you want it to be 60 if possible, but it probably will be somewhere between 60 and 50. Right, so then this is where they kind of mislead a lot of people. You ask what your money factor is. What money factor is just a percent interest that you will pay on this difference. Let's say if you are effectively buying a car for $29,750, and you will need to borrow, so you're pretty much paying off almost $10,000 of the depreciation, and you need to borrow that money and give $10,000 to the dealer. That that's what the bank will do, and then you will pay payments to the bank with interest, and they will give you this number that is like long and misleading and doesn't mean anything, and the rule of thumb is to multiply by 2400 and then you will know. So let's say they tell you, oh, it's going to be 0.00083, and then it roughly corresponds to 2% interest yearly, and this is great. Or conversely, if they say, oh yeah, your money factor is 0.0083, and you say, what's it in percent? And they say, oh, it's only 1%. It's like, great deal. So you can then type 1%, and you see like, oh, if dealer told you it's 1%, then your money factor should be 0.0042 instead of 0.0083, stuff like that. But let's say you agree on 0.0083, so you enter it here. Then you determine what your lease duration is. Usually it's 36 months. And then here you ask a down payment, another area where dealers try to finagle you just a little bit. So they say, oh, it's 2000, and you say it's 2000 just the down payment, or it's 2000 drive off. Because sometimes the lease say, oh, it's like, I don't know, $99 a month plus fees and taxes. So you say, they say, oh no, there's like extra fees. You say, okay, what fees? And you want to itemize those fees. Let's say it's $2,000 down, plus it's $80 for the documentation fee, plus like tire fee, whatever. But let's say it's only this 350 DMV fee, whatnot. And if they start listing all the bogus fees, you just say, I don't want to pay that fee. It's just not reasonable. So you should not pay more than $50 or $80 for documentation, 350 to 500 depending on your car for the registration and license, and there could be another fee like tire disposition fee of $9, or it's just something like that. But let's say that's your fees. Okay, so this is what's going on. You are paying off $7,300 of the depreciation, right, which corresponds to 43% of the car. Your actual payment is $203. This is your tax based on your tax rate, and this is your finance charge. This is the 2% annual on that $7,300 that you're effectively borrowing. So your payment should be $263. And then you ask the dealer what's your actual payment. And if they say, oh yeah, it's like $350, then you are known that you know that you are getting screwed for $86 or $3,000 over the duration of the lease. And now you can ask questions like, okay, where is it buried? And chances are it's buried in some kind of legitimate looking line item or a fee, like dealer amortization fee or dealer support fee or advertising incentive, or it's something like very legit but complete BS. So you can negotiate. You can either remove this 3,000 or at least find where it is, or you can walk. And that's pretty much it. I hope it will be helpful for you guys out there.